Okay, great. So welcome to our monthly call. I opened this up to a few of our the leaders that I work with, and we stay accountable to each other. So welcome. If you guys don't know me, my name's Gina Redzanek. Just an honor to have this monthly call and see so many of you guys on. I am so excited to have Holly tonight share. I know a lot of you guys have heard her speak. She's been on a couple calls already. She's also been on stage sharing many times. And, Holly is just in complete momentum. She's really had an incredible journey with Isagenix. I remember meeting her when she first started, and just seeing the growth has been just so inspiring, honestly. And she's one of the most humble, kindest women you've ever would meet. Her and her husband, we just adore them. They're so thoughtful and genuine. For anybody that's met them, I know you guys feel the same. Just feel their genuine, loving energy. So thank you, Holly, for being willing to be our guest tonight. And I have to tell you, I saw you were congratulated for hitting Crystal Executive again. And I was like, man, Holly is continually on fire. It's not just like, oh, she's showing up. Okay. Oh, she is continually in momentum. She is consistently a top leader in action. She is consistently a top enroller. When there is any kind of incentive, Holly's going to be one of the first to get it. And that's just what I have seen with Holly. So when I saw Crystal Executive again, and I'll be real, we're in a season that's not that easy. Would you guys agree? Put a 1 in the chat if you're, pretty impressed with somebody creating 10 new consultants right now. I mean, let's just be real. That's pretty impressive. So we do have about 7 more weeks of the Crystal Executive reset deadline. I thought that it would be completely appropriate to have a guest trainer like Holly come on to share. I thought right away, as soon as I saw them, I'm reaching out. And of course, immediately Holly graciously says yes, even though she was traveling all day yesterday, is probably exhausted. But you know what? She always shows up for people, and she just always gives her best. And she's so genuine. So I hope that we can really give her our best attention. And what I would just really want to say is, I like, the others you guys don't know me, I actually do business coaching as well. And I'm actually working with several different people right now, none of who are directly on my team. And most are with other direct sales companies. And honestly, what I see a lot of, and I'm just going to say this so that I can get everybody really in the right mindset, is showing up and like absorbing that information. And then the problem is failure to take the action after. I see it with personal coaching, but I also see it when, you come back from an event or a training. And it's that, oh my gosh, that was so good. And you write these copious notes and like, oh my gosh, I resonated what she just said, or that's a great approach. And then there's just not a lot of action after, maybe a little bit of action, but not that real sustainable change. And nothing changes if nothing changes. So what I want to ask you guys all to do, because we all showed up because we're committed and we want to learn from Holly and hear what she's doing, is to not only write down your notes, but really think about what you can implement, and not only just implement for a short term, but what you can really make a change with. Like, what maybe do you need to tweak that can give you the kind of results that Holly has gotten? So with that being said, Holly, thank you so much. And, we want to make the most of the next 25 minutes. So I'm going to just jump right in and ask you questions. I believe everybody knows your story, and we're always inspired to hear how people get started with Isagenix, but I know that everybody on this call really wants to hear about what you're doing. So let's start with, okay, how did you hit Crystal Executive again? So was this, your existing customers? Was this reach outs? Was this mindset? What kind of energy, what kind of action, what kind of daily commitment did this take? And it could be several things. And we would just love you to just share it all. What did that process look like to create 10 new consultants?
Gina, thank you so much for having me on. And I can learn from each and every one of you. So I love getting on these type of calls with different teams, because we might be doing something different. And so to collaborate and bring it together, my goal for you guys, when Gina asked, was just to come up with simple steps. You know, like you say, I have tons of notes from all this. And then, like you say, it's over. And then do you put them into action? So let's just get real and talk about simple steps. The first and the most important, in my opinion, is your mindset. So you have to come with positive energy and 100% affirmation. What song are you singing to yourself? Would you want to work with yourself? So if you are in a funk, we all been there. So then you have to become an actor or an actress. And so every day, especially, I mean, every day, but even more so when I'm working for a big goal, I always start out with with prayer in the morning and gratitude. I always start out with positive and try not to be reactive to my phone and not look at my messages until I've done that. So then my mindset is start. So gratitude, write 3 things you're grateful for every single morning. You wake up before your feet hit the ground and then before you go to bed. Meditate. And then the law of attraction, I am a Christian in my belief, so I never want to take the glory from God, but there is science correlation proof that if you say to yourself, I am Crystal Executive, you will reach that goal. So whether you're new today, a consultant, a new associate, a manager, you are. And you need to not only say it, but it's proven that if you write it down, you know, I'm not yet, but I am 6-star Golden Circle 8-star executive. Okay. And I write these down and I put them where I get my, you know, especially when I'm going through my reset, like everyone who hasn't hit it yet, I'm putting that on the mirror. I get ready on the refrigerator, different places. And positive affirmation, I am unstoppable, I am passionate, and then know who your avatar is. So starting in the morning, gratitude, meditation, prayer time, and then having those visual I am statements. To me, that will set if you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to believe in you, and they're not going to want to join your team. So you have to have that. Energy brings energy. You have to believe in yourself, and that's really important. The other part is knowing who your avatar is. You know, don't just be willing to enroll anyone, you know, but be mindful that you are somebody who is looking for a certain person. So, you know, I don't narrow it like some builders looking for tired moms, you know, since I've already been a tired mom, I'm looking for tired moms, and I'm looking for, you know, pickleball players, and I'm looking for people that are faithful, unstoppable, have a passion, want to up-level their life 1% every single day, and that I would want to travel with. Okay, so something like that. Make sure you write down who you're looking for. Tell your family, this is important, declare it. So you've declared it. Now you're telling your family, your friends, your teammates, what you're going for. So, you know, if you hold it all to yourself and don't tell anyone, it's almost like it's not real. You tell your family that, you know, I would really appreciate your prayers and your help, knowing that I might be off track. If you treat this business at this stage of the game with 7 weeks left, if you treat it like a hobby, there's a chance you're not going to hit it. If you treat it like a job, like, thank goodness, like a lot of us have other jobs. I'm a boutique owner. So I understand when you have other jobs, but be mindful if you only have 30 minutes or 1 hour that you use that whole time. And on your lunch, you know, you go and don't meet your friends if you're at an office, and you work on that hour, because this is a big goal and you need to let your coworkers know. Also, any enrollment, even if it's not 100 BV, 2 people on one side count. So if you want to talk about your favorite BIA energy drink or the Celatois, and they don't want to add the collagen, you can still get 2 customers under a person. So you're making it, you know, we always want 2 people, one on the right, one on the left with 100 BV. But at this stage of the game, if you need to make it 2 people on the left, 2 people on the right, because they just want to try a case of Celatois, or a Bia and 2 boxes of collagen, so be it. And then they're going to like it and they're going to reorder. So meet people where they're at. Don't get frustrated because you can always put another customer there. With all the promotions our company is doing, which will, to become an associate free, I didn't have that when I hit this, but I mean, that's an upper advantage because you can call every customer and say, did you know that you convert, even if they don't have an active order, they're still going to be paid on it. And then, at the end of the day, if you're close to it, you can call in and put an order under that person's name, right? Maybe they're just going to share with 2 people and they're not going to be showing up as a consultant, maybe because you enrolled them 2 months ago when it started and now they're not. So anyone who's been an associate can get back to that. Has been a consultant can get back. So don't think that person's gone. Count that person in because you can make that work and keep adding. Any questions so far, Gina?
No, that's great. And for you specifically, did you work with existing customers a lot for these consultants, or was this new? Like, how did you find?
There was a combination. I had one customer re-enroll that had seen the vision and it was terminated. And I had one person that and this is probably happens to all of us because I don't have a great tracking system. I have notebooks. Like I like to handwrite. She said she was going to do it. She was going to do it. And then it's almost like she's crying wolf. She's not going to do, I've written her off my list kind of. She calls me out of the blue and says, I want to do the 7-day reset. This was before it was 25 BV. And my husband wants to do the 7-day reset. And I want to do the collagen. Well, so I made a consultant in one day. I didn't expect that, but it wasn't because it was lucky. It was I'd been working for 6 months with her. And when she was ready, she was honestly going to call me and she did. And I was like, whoa, okay. So there's a consultant. Also just new people. I mean, I feel I am strong at sharing casually as a referral to help get their products paid for. What I'm working on is getting them to stay there and go deep. They did it and then some of them just go off. So the ramping of the time, like it was helpful that I had that momentum because as you know, if you use the whole 6 months and you started day 1, that there's probably 2 or 3 that aren't active. And that's frustrating because you're like, now I have to get another, 11 or 12. But really most of those people had 1 or 2 orders still going like pirates. And those are fixable when you've got $1,000, right? You can put, that's when someone says, yeah, I do want to try that Bia energy drink and I'll take a case of bars. So I would use it at the end, all your people saying, I know you've said no, but whatever you want to order, I just want you to try it. And then you can pay for that order and put it under one of your customers to make it happen at the end. That is putting it together under the gun. But right now we're looking to make authentic people. So with the free associate, I would talk to every single customer, tell them it costs them nothing. And then the 5 codes are everything. I didn't have that either. So the way marketing can look they're already getting 25% off as a new customer. So you could say, I am able to offer you 50% off. You just have to know that coupon needs to have the value of the $275. So you don't, it's not on anything for that. But again, if you needed, they were so close and it wasn't there, you could add something and Venmo them and get it from them. I mean, you can make it work when you want to. So that's what I'm saying, the mindset. Don't let it be, it's only, 80 BVs. You can go in and call and put an order in to make it at the end if you need to. So don't let those little things get in your way. So social media is extremely important all the time, but especially when you're running for this goal. So if you don't do opportunity posts, do one opportunity post every week while you're running, because people sometimes will say yes because they're looking for ways to make money. So never think they don't want to do the business. Engagement posts are everything. Like I did one, what's your favorite mascara last year? I got people are very passionate about that subject. I got 80 replies. So those are 80 people that I can go and message and say, oh my gosh, thank you for that. I'm going to try that one. And you start a conversation. make sure you do, a wellness post more aggressively right now than ever, and do a lot in your stories every day, and do the poll so people have to answer. The more you can get engagement, and anyone who views it, likes it, is you leave them a message. Thank you for liking. If they like that you have this transformation for nutrition or collagen, you say, thank you so much for liking my post. Would you be interested in learning more? Open-ended question. So I think for now, I always believe social media is important, but putting more in your stories and being more aggressive, and don't just do all about business and not anything else. Make sure you have a balance. You can, if you're going to post, if you're only posting twice a week, now you're going to post every day. You don't want to post 7 days about isogenics. You just want, because the more you post, the more people are going to see it. And a trick of the trade, if you don't know it, is if you want people to see your post, something like powerful, then you spend 1 hour. And again, we're running for a big goal, right? We're going to be getting consultants. We're going to get the $1,000. So you have to spend more time to hit it. That 1 hour, you go in and you make comments on everybody you want to see your post, maybe 2 or 3, like your avatar. Because do you notice that the same people pop up on your feed all the time? But if somebody has a wedding, a funeral, a dog, puppy, a baby, then they get all these comments. So the more you go in a comment, when you make a post, they're going to see your post. So, and then don't ever seem desperate, because all you want to do is start engaging with them a lot. Those are, I love your shoes. Oh my gosh, your cute family's so cute. Don't talk about anything about isogenics in your comments. It's just laying love and giving value. Do your birthday messages, every day. You know whose birthday it is, leave them a message. Don't say anything about isogenics. But because you're doing all that, when you make these posts, they're going to see it. And then if they like it, which they will, because you've been laying love to them, then you can have the opportunity to bring isogenics. So timing of how you do it is so important. Let's see. The other part about the business, so you have a customer and you're like, how can I get them interested in the business? Be excited about it and tell them that we have a market disruptor business with a simple duplication system with a compensation that will blow your mind. I mean, who wouldn't want to react to that? Just be simple. Don't say 3 paragraphs. They're not going to read it, and you're going to look desperate. So less is more. Your excitement, your passion, your transformation, or somebody else's transformation, let them know it's simple duplication system. Anyone can do this, and the compensation is mind-blowing. Also use, I can only imagine. So if you've got somebody that you really see would be perfect, and you're like, how do I tell them that? I can only imagine us being on the trip of Fiji together when we win this trip together. I can only imagine us helping all these people be the best version of them. You're always so positive and optimistic. And I can imagine you and I. So storytell and visualize and be so confident that you're not saying anything but creating hope and value to them. I thought of you because I like to start out and be authentic to that. Like, I thought of you because I've been watching you and I've seen you transform. You're working out all the time. You look amazing. People are making comments. You're glowing. They're not even on isogenics yet. I would just love, you have such a great platform that I notice people comment on everything you talk about. If you got on in a garbage bag, they was like, oh, that's the cutest outfit I've ever seen. You have the ability to bless people, mentally with our nootropics, give them the inside glow with their joint health, with their, hope and an opportunity of financial well-being. And it's been such a blessing for me. I would love to share. And if you don't have a story yet, you haven't even created $300, lean on your leader that does. I mean, I'm confident enough that I'll send somebody my last, my annual pay that I made, because I want them to know that that's why I'm so passionate about it, because, I just, got this bonus this week. I just got paid on Monday, and it's, whether it's $500 or $8,000, whatever it is, it's motivation for somebody. If you can't use yours, then talk to somebody on your team that you know is doing well and say, hey, can I connect you with this person? And leaning on your leaders is really important, and talking about the compensation when they're interested. To get them, you never be worried about talking about money. Everybody needs it right now more than ever. So that's why you want to bring it up. And then I have action steps I was going to go through next, but I want to stop and pause in case there's things that didn't sound clear or there's questions.
No, I think that's great. And I would love to end with those action steps at the end of the call. I just want to reiterate a couple of things that I was just writing down that you said. I think it's really important. The confidence piece is very important. And I feel like sometimes that's our, like, if we have a lack of confidence or a lack of posture with our delivery, it can hurt us. So you've got to feel that out where you are on that confidence meter. And if there is a lack of confidence, where is it stemming from? Like, where's the belief not full? Is it not the belief in the products? Do you feel like you're not worthy? Do you feel like you don't have belief in the business opportunity? And once you can identify where that lack of confidence is coming from, then you can look to, like, for example, Holly said, lean on your leader. So if you're not really sure you don't have confidence in the business side because you don't feel like you've made enough money yet, then that's when you want to lean on a leader for that. But just really identify that, because I've noticed that to be a big issue for a lot of people, is there's a lack of confidence and they never really identify it and work through it, and then they don't change. The second thing, you were talking about how just this woman, you worked on her and you just kind of let it go. And oh my gosh, all of a sudden she called, and wow, how perfect that was. And I don't know about anybody else on the call, but I have had that happen to me so many times when I was committed to my end goal and really believed in it and really affirmed I was going to get there. It's almost like the universe kind of just helps navigate situations. So I wasn't shocked to hear that, Holly, that the timing of that, and I know there's a few people on the call I know have experienced that, like, it just, oh my gosh, out of the blue. But it's really that your energy is just so in the thick of it.
And the work you've already done, like, you've already done that work. And so that's the benefit. So even if, we have 7 weeks, so you're going to hit it. But let's say that you're just a consultant now, so you get to director instead. That's awesome. Celebrate that, because that means you're getting $100 for every consultant if you've not been there before. If you have, then you're going to have more business volume, which is going to pay you more cycles. And at the end of the day, that's really what we want, versus the rank. And our company is going towards that, which I've always been on the leader in action, and they're going to start going deep. And, I've got, I don't know who, I just did it quickly, like 30 minutes ago. And I see that Laura Brazen and Julie Westall are on here. And I just they're people that came in, I don't know, like maybe 6 weeks ago, I don't know, 2 months ago. They are hitting Crystal Director once tonight.
Wow, congrats, guys.
And they don't know, they do, because now they're studying. They were so excited. They didn't know all the answers. So that's the thing I want you guys to remember. You don't need to know all the answers. They are passionate. They know that they're giving these their friends and community an opportunity to look better, feel better, and have financial well-being. And that's all you really need to share. All the science, we've got so much that, we can do 3-way calls with us. We've got all the videos. So don't get caught up. What if they ask me what's the ingredients of this try release? I don't know anything about it. You just say, oh my gosh, I'm going to get that to you. And I'm going to put you in with somebody who's been doing this for 4 years or 8 years. They know it all. And I'm still learning, but I can just tell you how good I feel. So if you say my skin is so smooth and soft and supple, they don't even care what it is, because you're so excited about it, and they can see that it's changed. So the excitement and the simplicity. So I just want to commend them, because they are so new and they are doing the do. They're always in the calls. They're always, they're showing up, and they're being consistent, and they're working. They have a visual. So the other thing before we go through the steps is the Crystal, I don't know, here it is, having this written out, maybe 2 of them. Who's your dream team? So I do this all the time. I have a folder this thick So what I do, and I'll make my new one, is it's my 10 new people. Some people are staying, but some people are going to get that referral once and they're never coming back. And we have to understand that. But if they are there in this reset, we are going to use them. We're going to reignite them somehow to come back. So just write out, manifest your dream team. And that's the other thing about I am, Crystal Executive. You're writing your team. They don't even know you're going to approach them, but you know that this is for them. So always do these. And then that's why you have to do more than one, because somebody's going to say, absolutely no way. And you're going to have to mark it out. And then you either use a pencil or you start on a new sheet again. So always doing the Crystal Executive Roadmap and you don't have to know there are two people. You have to know the single people. And then you keep filling it out. And once you get them one, you say, you help them with the post. So when you have a customer right now, you say, if you become an associate, it's free. It's normally $29. If you enroll anybody, you're going to get paid 20%. And you can get a $50 to $75 coupon, and you're going to get referral money. So I want to help you do your first post. Maybe you just started 2 weeks ago. I'm going to help you. And if you don't have one, you have your leader. What post can we do? So if you help them do a post, that is going to attract attention, and they're all of a sudden going to have money in their bank account. So that's the other thing. I know we want to keep it short, so I want to do the action steps and then share something about the coupons. Should I go for it? So action steps. If you have existing customers, make sure you understand, if you don't lean on your leader, about the back office, because there very well could be an inactive associate that has banked volume and personal volume, that if they got an order, they would be getting paid 2 or 3 cycles. Like last week, I had somebody that was sitting on 6 cycles, and she had to tell her people. And I said, even if you need to personally put some of your skincare under that customer, you're going to get 6 cycles, because she'd been ordering, but her customers hadn't. So it had been banked up. So you need to understand that. Make sure you do, if you know that they're always ordering and they've been they could have some bank volume and personal volume that would help them cycle. Ask your upline to lean on them. So you do the ATMs. On collagen, I don't think it's that necessary, because it's shake it, drink it, you're going to love it. But when you're sharing the nutrition, and then once they do collagen and they've set up, you can introduce them to your leader and say, I just want to introduce you, Gina, to, Laura. This is Gina, and she's just got her collagen going. And I just knew our culture is so amazing, and Holly's here to help you any step of the way. So you're welcoming them, and it makes them feel special. And then maybe your leader will say, oh my gosh, I just looked at your page and you're adorable. We have this promo going on. You should convert to an associate. It's free. I bet if you did one post, you'd have people knocking on your door to order. You give them belief. Lean on your upline. We talked about that. Events we haven't even talked about. So events are everything. So you could do a pop-up at your house. You could go to a boutique. You could do it at your hair salon. Bring them a box of collagen. Can I do an event? You bring customers, bring some of your team and your friends, so they're getting customers. And or do them at your home. And I want to share, before you hang up, this Belgian team that was in Fiji, what they do on their events. I found it very helpful. I do events Ann and I are going to start doing home events, and we'll talk about that at the end. Friend groups, making sure you're in groups, having accountability, people have smaller packs available. You just, right now for this goal, you just need 100 BV. But then we have the $25 coupon. So we have to think about it. I didn't have that when I wrote this, so now we have 2 options. But let's just say, like I said, you can get 2 people that have an order. You could make, if they're not ready for a 30-day reset, you just need to play with the numbers so you know it's 100 BV. Have smaller packs available. Okay, coupons, let them know that they'll get coupons. Oh, I'm looking at my notes. This was totally up to you, but when you get really close, I will Venmo you $25 if you get your order in by this, maybe I tell them on Wednesday by Sunday. I have, they don't know what we have. It's our money. I have some additional coupons and I would like to, you have everything it takes. I'd like to give it to you and you Venmo. So you're paying out of your pocket to get them to say yes, because they want to, but they've come in and hauling. And then get to know your people and asking them lots of questions. That's really important. Sometimes we get so excited, we do all the talking and then we don't know what they want. So ask a lot of open-ended questions. Remember, you can shop, tell them they can shop their own store. They're using skincare. So say you get a new customer, just say, I just wanted you to know that, I know you're on the collagen, but we have an incredible skincare and it's a great Mother's Day gift. And we have some great nutrition products and you have a nice sized family. You could shop your own store, get paid 20% on the products you're buying somewhere else, get these coupons and be a part of our culture. So just give them, ideas of how they can shop now that they're an associate, they can shop their own store and save money and get paid on their items by, enrolling their family members. And then we talked about help them do their first post when you're trying to make a consultant. Just say, I see so much in you. You can convert to an associate. I can help you with the post. What do we have to lose? Nothing, right? Except for customers and money. The part I wanted to share in Belgium was they're the fastest growing team in all of our company. And then there's a Canadian group that was really on fire. And they are doing events. And so Ann and I are going to try this. So it's helpful if you have your team, a team in your area, that they do sip and samples and they shop their store. So they have a table of college, they have the elixirs on, they have now 300 people coming. We're going to start with 4 people, maybe if we're lucky, but they have a table, maybe for me, it'll be one table, but on one, it'll have the collagen and all the elixirs. I'll have the nutrition, I'll have the performance, I'll have the Cellutois and we talk about the product. So we invite, I made up the invite and I can send it to Gina and she can send it to the group. We just did it. We're doing it on the 9th. So we're inviting our team members that live in town and to bring as many guests as they can, whether it's one guest, we say, we're encouraging, don't not bring a guest because you're already on the team and you're trying to build the business. We're trying to help you. So they bring the guest. We do 15 minutes of social, then we break up and we have the builders go in the basement with Ann, and she's going to help them with their back office and strategize and work on scripts. And then I'm going to be up in the kitchen with the products going through Shop Your Store because they're guests. I'm not going to make it weird. I'm not putting high pressure on them. We're making it uplifting, talking, answering their questions on their goals. And then I'm going to talk to them about the referral program that we have in place that, they can share these products and they can, if they like them all, they can enroll their family and get 20% and get discount. And then, of course we have the codes right now, so we can give them 50% off and really create. So they're going to use the veterans, us, if we do this every week for a while, then we're going to charge our leaders $10 because we're going to give everyone some samples. We're going to have a raffle. And at the end, so we're going to spend an hour doing that. In the last 30 minutes, we're going to try to do it within 2 hours. We're going to have a transformation, somebody who's had a transformation, whether weight loss or skin, and show pictures. And then we're going to recognize recognition for anyone there who's rank advanced. And then we're going to have the queen of the night and put a crown on their head, because all these people that are coming to the house are going to see how much fun we're having. They're going to see all this attention. They're going to hear the camaraderie. Oh my gosh, you got that bonus. That's so great. They're going to see the transformations. We've already talked about the opportunity. And if we don't get enrollments for them for that, I don't know what would, but that's what they're doing. And they've grown. The one, I don't know if I can get it mixed up, that's grown where they're charging $35 for their builders. And they have 6 different tables because they have so many people and leaders around the table. And they've enrolled, one became an executive in 14 weeks. and the other in 13 days or something crazy that came to the event. So the power in your energy, the power in leaning on your leaders, the power of them seeing attractive people with energy that are nice and uplifting and positive. And then they see people being recognized for helping other people. I mean, it's genius. So that's what I was gonna just encourage you to do as leaders in your community for your team.
That's awesome. Wow, good for that. And you know what? I think people like to be part of something. So it helps feel like you're making new friends and it's good energy, like you said. And then other leaders that might be newer can feel that sense of stability and confidence playing off of their colleagues, which is really great too. And another thing you guys can do is if you feel like you're kind of all alone where you are, you can collaborate with other local leaders that might not be financially linked to you. I have had great experience with that with Isagenix. People are usually very excited to link arms, and then you just, obviously, who's bringing who with teams, but it's a way to kind of lean on each other and grow that momentum and the energy. So that's great. Thank you so much, Holly. And, also you talked about staying consistent, everyday birthday messages, just connecting with new people. I actually got started on a software. I've been doing it for almost 4 weeks. And if anybody wants the information, just send me a PM, but it actually automatically sends all my birthday messages because I wasn't doing that anymore, but it does a lot on autopilot, as well as target my avatar, send a friend request, send a message. I, of course, put it all together, but autoresponder on stories and just a lot of different, there's 15 tools all together. You can kind of pick and choose what you want, but that's been very, very helpful because time, has really been something, that we have to try to manage, in social media. I know can be very time consuming, but we have to stay relevant. It also has AI to create content. You can plan all your posts ahead of time. So like I was in Savannah and already had posts planned and had people being targeted and reach outs being done. Tons of new connections. Another, that's a software I'm using. Another app that I really like is Boards. If you guys are not using the Boards app, that is a huge time saver and it can work on multiple businesses. I know some of you do other things, but Boards are great. And if you guys do not have Boards and you want to get it and you want me to share my Boards with you, I can do that. It's just a way that you can use it on your phone and just automatically have things written. So Holly was giving some different verbiage and wording. And if you like that, you can kind of type it up and then have it ready. And then just in your text, like that's your reply, or, and you can label everything. It has saved me a ton of time. I can get back to people. I create all my links, like my replicated website links. I do that instead of the recommended carts now. So if somebody wants a 30-day, I actually have a link directly to the 30-day for our Isagenix page, and I already have it all saved. So everything's just very easy. It's called Boards. That's an app. Another app that I just started using, if you guys go on my page and you see me doing short videos and the words pop up, it's called Caption, Caption, and you can make a video and then upload it and the captions come up on its own. You don't have to type it out. It automatically hears your voice and types it out, and you can do different kinds of fonts and things, highlight different words. And I love that because we really need to be relevant. We need to be doing short videos and showing up more. And so you can just do a video on Instagram, and just kind of have a smooth filter. You don't have to worry about getting your makeup done or anything like that. Kind of smooth yourself out a little bit because, I know how it is. You don't want to get on camera all the time. But then you save it and then you upload it to Caption and the words just populate. So just sharing some other things I've done to save time, because it can be a lot to constantly show up and have content. And, you kind of feel like, where's the time, right? Like, how am I going to manage all this?
And
so those are some things that I'm using.
And use, other people's posts. I always think it's good to put your own spin on it because, to me, I like different words. Plus, I don't want to if other people keep seeing the same message. But when you have something powerful, you can literally go to Facebook, paste and copy the whole thing someone else did, text it to yourself, change it up to make it more you. But it starts an idea out because sometimes it's like, oh, I have no creative juices and I need to do something. But if you get a calendar and say Monday's motivation, Tuesday's transformation, Wednesday wellness, Thursday family Friday, Freedom Friday. And that way you always have different subjects. That's helpful. Somebody had asked, I think it was Amanda, about like what we're doing. We're going to make it up as we go. So we're not going to do a formal presentation. I think, we have the opportunity calls with the slides, Gina, that you do for your team but when you're in person, like touch the, the canister and touch the collagen and see it, like, you can't and we're going to explain it, and we're going to just try to keep 20 minutes on talking about the different products, and then talking about the opportunity. I'm not going to write out how to become an executive on this night, right? Because these are people that just were invited by their friend that might not like. But then if somebody really, and I'll plant the seed, like, you can make 6 figures with this, or you can make $500 a month, or you could just get your products paid for. We have such a referral program. I would be selfish not to tell you that. And if Bonnie brought you tonight and you just want the information on the product, great. We meet you where you're at. And in life, we all change. All of a sudden, we get left from our job, or, you might not be for you, but it might be for your best friend who's out looking for something. And we love referrals. So we're just going to keep it, we're going to make it professional. I'm not going to bring out the wine till the end, because then everyone's talking, it's a party, and that's what we do at the boutique. So we're trying to make a next level of making it more professional. If people, like after the hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, there's 15, I'll open up swine and visit. And people that want to go home will go home, because I want to be mindful of their time. But we love our culture. So we're going to do 6 to 8 on Tuesday nights. And we're going to do three Tuesday nights and just see what happens and learn from it. And then, I have people that say, oh, can you do it in the day? Well, let's see. And maybe we'll do one after, day every other week.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We'll just grow it. And if it doesn't, we'll say, well, at least we tried it. So.
Also, just another tip, something you said about seeing other people's posts. So sometimes I'll see like, oh, that was really good. Like how that person worded their, collagen or whatever. And you can copy it. And then I put it in Board. So I have a Boards app that says verbiage. And so it's all post ideas. So then you're not like copying and pasting it the same day. Like if Holly wrote something and I'm like, ooh, 5 minutes later, now I wrote it now.
Save it.
So I take and then I save a whole bunch as I have them, and then you can recycle through them. So just some time saving tips as well, because, we do need to put time into this. Like Holly said, if you want to be paid like a business, you put the time and effort and, to create a business. If it's just a hobby, then of course you could have weeks go by and not show up. But so those are just some other tips, but I know we went over about 10 minutes, but hopefully that was of value. I know I sure got value out of it. Holly, thank you so much for sharing what you have already done, but also what new things you and your business partners are going to do and implement to give us some ideas and motivation, because there's so many ways that you guys can really build this and cultivate the energy and team. You can do in-person events. There's ways to do things online, social media. But I agree with what Holly said in the beginning. It is our mindset and it is our attitude and belief around this that is really going to either make or break us. So I always say, check yourself before you wreck yourself. So check your mindset and your belief meter and identify where you might need some extra focus or work so that you don't go on sabotaging yourself. And I wish you guys all the luck. I hope that you guys got a lot of value out of this. And again, thank you, Holly. And thank you to everybody.
If you have any questions
and showed up.
If you have any questions, my Facebook is my name. Just put it in Messenger. And then follow me on Instagram. I'll follow you back. Because I'm full on Facebook. And if I have to be careful, and you need to be careful, that if all your friends end up being all Isogenics people, your people that you want to see your post aren't going to see your post. So we can follow each other, but you're obviously going to be friends with your team. But as you start to grow, like Gina and I have, if I don't have any room because they only have 5,000, and I just like, I don't know if are there any guys on this call?
I don't think so.
Okay. Not that I won't say this, but I usually put like the name John because I look at, I'm like, I don't even know these Johns, and I get rid of them. And then I add some real customers, or, because it takes a lot of time. If you've been consistent, then you're going to keep getting requests. And I said yes to everyone. And now I have to be careful, but on Instagram, it's limitless.
Yeah.
We can follow each other still.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Holly. And we will be so excited to see the continued success that you have.
Good luck, everybody. And I'd
yes,
love for
thanks.
you to
Good luck,
share with
everybody.
me.
Have
Yeah,
a great
share with
night.
me.
Thanks again,
Let's
Holly.